Fallouts are never easy, are they? And of course they decombust and the things fall apart and everybody says this, he said that, and that's a bigger problem. If that's just your family, imagine what it's like if you're micro celebrities. And that's now truly the problem for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They've gone from, well, being respected royals, at least for a very short period, to, of course, now just micro celebrities having catfights with everybody who comes their way, whether that be magazine editors, TV companies who basically said they're difficult to work with, or more importantly, just now even friends and people associated with their once esteemed charities. But there's a bigger problem, as ever. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time. By the way, thank you for all your lovely messages regarding what's healthy, what's not. It's always good to know, isn't it? Yeah. You find these people online, and again, I've got to be honest, chums. You know, I'm one of these. You think, are they a doctor? Because have they just got a blue smock on and suddenly they're giving you advice? Always good to check them out. But a lot of this stuff, actually, if you think about it, I'm sure your grandmother and all that sort of stuff would have known all these recipes and these tricks. It's just in the modern world now we all get given tablets, don't we? Yeah, regardless, isn't it? You know, they don't say, oh, if you just took a bit of this or castor oil or something, you might feel better. No, here's a tablet. Off you go. Don't bother me again unless I can get some money out of you. I'm right, aren't I, chums? Let's get back, of course, to your royal story of the day. This started the week really as being a major, major story. And this, of course, was all about the fallout with the Centre Barley charity, Prince Harry being accused of all sorts, the chair of Centre Barley, Dr. Chambuka, basically going on television and laying the law down like never before. And as I told you recently, it makes it very difficult for Harry and Meghan, seemingly because, of course, as a lady of colour, they can't use that particular rhetoric and say, oh, this is just difficulties, all that sort of stuff. Harry, at the time of the recording of this, has so far been a little bit, shall we say, sketchy, and apparently friends are speaking for him. You should never do that. Silence is sometimes the better thing. In fact, I believe in that a lot of the time. They tend to dust themselves over or at least work themselves out. But now they're deciding to look at how they can ramp up this particular story. Always a mistake, in my opinion, right, chums? Because as we know, the fallout really centred upon the fact that Dr. Chanduka didn't like being manhandled, pushed around, or dictated to by Meghan Markle. No way of dressing it up. That's the truth. That's the story. Now, the other side of the coin is this, you see. She also pointed out that she had no idea that, first of all, Meghan was going to be rocking up to this event. Nobody had forewarned her. Well, I'm not quite sure whether that's a plus or not. But the other side of it is, well, then she brought a celebrity friend. Maybe this is the problem. Serena Williams, an international tennis champion, athlete icon, and, of course, very successful in her own right. Now, she was invited by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. We're not sure whether that was transmitted back to the head of Centre Barley, but maybe that wouldn't have been a problem. However, here's where it gets juicy, because they've heard her versions of events, right? And she's detailed them, this is Dr. Chambuka, on, of course, television around the world. According to a good source, well, there's many witnesses that say totally differently. You see what I mean about celebrity scandal and gossip when you're micro celebrities? And what they're now hoping for, Harry and Meghan, is that in a very well-placed interview in the future, allegedly, Serena Williams will come out and detail what her experience was and how she found that it unfolded. At this time, it's just a very early plot, right? But where it gets interesting here is you see how people get dragged into a drama that isn't necessarily theirs, and suddenly they may just have been invited out and thought, this looks a pleasurable afternoon, polo, why not? And as we've said and pointed out before, Serena has said in print and on digital platforms that Prince Harry solves her problems. You know, she can just go to him and suddenly he has the right answer. Well, does she now have the right answer to make sure that she can avail herself to what people want to know what really went on that platform to result in this mega meltdown of a once beloved, at least from Prince Harry's perspective, charity? It all relies on Serena. So will she game, set and match? Or will it be a case of new balls, please? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.